What's going on? I'm live on Nice What? Oh my goodness. Super random name switch from when I used to be my artist name. I figured I'd come on here and do like a live and talk about what is going on with this channel because I made the channel essentially to create a interview space. Actually, no. What am I talking about? Nice. What initially? Like right now, it's about the interview space, right? And it's funny because it was so spontaneous when I started interviewing people and when I started like kind of, yeah, just inviting people to have a conversation, podcast style. But, the way I perhaps made it was not necessarily full podcast, like sitting in a certain location and doing it in that way. However, I realized that it again was super spontaneous. Before Nice What? Excuse me. Before Nice What? I was doing music on this channel, and that was my main like expression. My voice. I need some water. One sec. My main expression on this channel was music. And initially, I think one of my old videos was like to me doing knotless braids, like when crochet was just coming in back in the day, or back in a few, what was it, like 9 years ago? I don't know. The video's there if you go to the oldest, but I did that. And then after I did the hair, I got into kind of talking about sickle cell. Now, the thing about it is, I started talking about sickle cell, and it was a really like challenging way to start talking about sickle cell. And that video is still up. And that was like what I wanted to do initially when I was uh, doing that video. And it was right after I got out of the hospital. So my plan was to make this channel about sickle cell. And as you can tell, there was like chaos. The chaos was chaosing, okay? Because when here I want to do my music, here I'm talking about sickle cell, what have you. But essentially, I started focusing on my music and for a few years. And then, the pandemic hit and things like that. And like it put me into like a crazy time. It put me into a crazy time, honestly, because I think it put us all into a crazy time. However, looking back, I was juggling a lot. I was trying to do the most. I was trying to be here. I was trying to be there. I was trying to be everywhere. And, you know, there were great times and there were like chaotic times. However, it kind of led me into changing up a few things. Like, even on my Instagram, like I just changed my name. I changed my artist name. And like at that point, I feel like I was going through a lot, which is why I was like, hey, let me just do something different because I wasn't able to focus on my music the way I wanted to. So I changed it to Nice What, and it was a sort of like vision of I'm gonna be mobile and I'm going to interview people. So it became that, it became so, and it was like a great opportunity to like talk to people again, especially again during the pandemic. We weren't talking to everybody. Like I was here and there occasionally, but after a while, I kind of isolated like everyone else, you know? So it was great to like get back into one-on-one or like person-to-person conversation, dialogue, like speaking about whatever the topics are, because there's a few interviews on this channel now. So if you ever want to check out the old interviews, be sure to do so. Um, so yeah, it kind of went into that arena of interviewing people, getting to know their story, whether it was like an artist. I have a few artists that I interviewed, or it was like someone who had like an expertise or skill set on something. I had one person, Camille Clark, who's like a real estate agent, and she's dropped a few gems. Like it wasn't super extensive, but the whole point was like I actually had a chance to interview a few people and have them share their mind and share how they think and how they view certain things, you know? So it was a great moment. It was great moments, and it still is. This platform is always going to be about interviewing people, whether it's for their entrepreneurship, their skill set, their talents, their artistry. I will always have segments where people are going to be able to be interviewed. However, if I am thinking about my initial process of creating this channel, which has been years now, and I haven't really done a lot with it. But there's still a few things to see, like my past music and things like that, and then the interviews. I am officially like integrating back into my artistry while I share my lifestyle living with sickle cell. So if you ever want to check out that page, Moon Cell Production, you can as well. That's for my sickle cell lifestyle, living with sickle cell. And I do lives with my sickle cell colleague, Remy. Shout out to Remy. And other things are in the works with that. So just feel free to subscribe if you want to check out that aspect of um, sickle cell community, my lifestyle, and anyone else that may be just either on a healing journey, might need a few tips or something, or like if you're on a certain type of journey with consciousness, maybe that would be a cool place to check out. So in regards to Nice What Now, I was like, okay, I can interview people same way and still integrate back my dance, which I love. And dance is like my first love. And then music is they just go hand in hand. Like it all happened. And when I fell in love, it was kismet, you know? So Nice What will have these interview sections and what have you. And it will also have um, people as well as myself with dance. Whether it's like I'm going to a class and I'm shouting out someone who teaches dance or something like that. But I have a couple of interviews actually with some choreographers from the city. So it's very exciting. And yeah, that's like essentially where this is going, like Nice What will be. At the same time, it will have other segments. And I'm excited about that too because there's not many interviews yet. However, there's a few people that I still want to plan to interview. And anyone else interested, just email niveswhat@gmail.com because if you want to get interviewed, you can do so. So if you also want to check out the last few interviews, there was a live interview that I did with Love and Fashion Apparel. And that was maybe a couple of months ago. And he also has sickle cell, and it was a great live. We spoke about a few things that were really important in regards to the medical industry and how it's all working and not working at the same time. So yeah, you can check out that live as well if you're interested. And be sure to subscribe if you're new, comment, like, what have you, because there'll be some more things coming. And yeah, I just feel like looking at the the total switch of what this channel was, I'm grateful for it because now I can kind of just integrate everything together to make it make sense. And like, I haven't gone live on here just for myself, because when I go live on here, it'll probably be updates or for a specific topic of discussion, or even like interviewing someone. We'll do lives. Some might be pre-recorded. However, the lives will be living. And yeah, so stay tuned for some more dance content because that's my next thing. That's my next thing I want to do. And essentially, it's ironic because is that the word? Ironic? I'm not sure what, I don't know what the word is, but nice what? You know, people say, yo, nice that or nice it, right? Oh my gosh. Also, I did not know that there was a page called Nice It, and it's the same black, it's like black and yellow. And it was just like, is this like a parallel universe or something? Because I did not mean, or I didn't even see it to like take it. I just feel like whoever that is, maybe we were on the same wavelength or something, but I think it's Nice It. But I'm Nice what? Anyways, when it comes to Nice what, you know, people say Nice It or whatever, nice that. So I was like, nice what? And realistically, going back into the body language, the dance, the movement, it is also speaking in that way when it comes to expressing yourself, your body, especially as women, and feeling liberated and free in that. So that's why I'm like, okay, I gotta bring back my movement, my dance element, which it's gonna be expensive, it's gonna be great. So yeah. Besides that, everything else will be shared along as I go along. And I'm glad I did this because again, this YouTube channel just it was it was like, and now it's like, yeah. So that's what's going on. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.